Prepare to have your perception of healthy eating shattered. What if I told you that a seemingly innocent snack, a staple in many kitchens, could be silently sabotaging your health, escalating your risk of cardiovascular disease by nearly 50%? This isn't speculation, it's a sobering truth, rooted in years of rigorous study and published in the prestigious journal of the American College of Cardiology. The unsettling reality. Certain common nuts are stealthily raising blood pressure, igniting inflammation, clogging arteries, and even clouding your mind. Yet, countless seniors embrace them, believing they're a cornerstone of good health. We're talking about a particular nut, its identity will be revealed soon, that's linked to a chemical capable of damaging your kidneys, liver, and brain if consumed regularly. Low-carb dieters often champion this very nut, proudly stashing it in their snack jars, unaware of the potential irreversible harm it inflicts on aging bodies. But don't despair. This video is your definitive guide to navigating the complex world of nuts. We'll unveil which nuts are your allies, the safest, most heart-healthy, and brain-boosting options, and, crucially, which ones you must eliminate from your diet. And stay with us until the very end, because we're exposing a sinister truth about the deadliest nut that no one talks about, a silent threat potentially wreaking havoc on your well-being without you even realizing it. Before we dive in, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more vital health insights. And tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Without further ado, here are the 4 kinds of nuts that seniors should embrace. Fourth, the bone-strengthening powerhouse, almonds. Almonds, with their abundant calcium and vitamin E, are a true gift to the aging body, working in synergy to fortify your bones. Point 1. As we age, bones naturally become more porous and fragile, dramatically increasing the risk of debilitating fractures, especially after 65 when bone loss accelerates. Point 2. But here's the good news. Just a quarter cup of almonds daily can help halt this decline by providing a substantial 97 milligrams of calcium. Beyond calcium, almonds deliver magnesium, a nutrient frequently deficient in older adults. Point 3. This is the secret weapon of almonds. Magnesium acts as a vital transporter, ensuring calcium reaches your bones instead of dangerously accumulating in your arteries. And as cardiovascular disease risk escalates with age, almonds offer powerful heart protection through their healthy monounsaturated fats, actively working to lower harmful LDL cholesterol. Point 4. For optimal benefits, I recommend seniors consume 15 to 20 almonds daily, preferably raw or dry roasted and unsalted. Their impressive fiber content, around 3.5 grams per serving, makes them an excellent ally against constipation, a common concern affecting 40% of the elderly population. Point 5. Groundbreaking research from Tufts University further highlights almonds' ability to shield brain cells from oxidative damage, a fear many associate with aging. Always choose almonds with their skins on. The flavonoids they contain, when combined with vitamin E, literally double the nut's antioxidant power. A word of caution: chew almonds thoroughly, as they can pose a choking hazard for older individuals with swallowing difficulties. Third, the mind-enhancing marvel, walnuts. Walnuts, with their striking resemblance to the human brain, stand out as one of the finest brain foods for seniors, nourishing the very organ they mirror. Among common nuts, these exceptional gems are the richest source of alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. This is incredibly significant for the aging brain, as omega-3s are crucial for neurotransmission and maintaining the integrity of brain cell membranes. A recent study in the Journal of Nutrition revealed that seniors consuming just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks experienced remarkable improvements in mental flexibility and cognitive processing speed. The unique polyphenolic compounds in walnuts actively reduce inflammation in neural tissues, even piercing the blood-brain barrier, potentially warding off neurodegenerative diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's. Point 6. Many are unaware that walnuts also contain melatonin. As melatonin levels naturally decline with age, leading to sleep disturbances for many elderly individuals, a handful of walnuts before bed can remarkably improve sleep quality. Point 7. Walnuts are also a powerhouse for cardiovascular health, thanks to their polyphenol, which combat oxidative stress, and arginine, an amino acid that supports healthy blood vessel function. Point 8. In fact, by helping to maintain arterial flexibility in the elderly, walnuts can even enhance the effectiveness of blood pressure. Medications. Point 9. Aim for 7 to 9 walnut halves daily for maximum benefits, and store them in the refrigerator to protect their delicate oils from going rancid. Plus, shelling walnuts offers a subtle way to maintain fine motor skills. Don't be deterred by their naturally protective, slightly bitter flavor. That bitterness is actually a sign of their potent antioxidants. Second, the blood pressure regulator, pistachios may just be the most underrated nut for senior health, especially when it comes to blood pressure management. Their unique combination of high potassium content, around 285 milligrams per serving, and low sodium makes them an exceptional and healthy snack choice. This mineral balance is particularly vital for the elderly as potassium helps prevent the kidneys from accumulating excess salt as we age. Like some prescription medications, pistachios can lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, but without the undesirable side effects. Pistachios' lutein and zeaxanthin deserve special emphasis. These powerful carotenoids focus on the eye's macula, safeguarding against age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. Seniors can enjoy the satisfying crunch of pistachios without worrying about the dental damage harder nuts might inflict on their teeth and gums. The characteristic green and purple hues of pistachios aren't just visually appealing. They signify the presence of potent antioxidants that actively combat free radicals, which accelerate the body's aging process. The sheer practicality of pistachios offers immense benefits for the elderly. Shelling them naturally slows consumption, preventing overeating and fostering a mindful eating experience that can be both calming and cognitively stimulating. According to the International Journal of Obesity, the visible cue of empty shells helps seniors better regulate their intake. Look for half-open pistachios so you can still benefit from shelling, even if you have arthritis in your hands. Try to consume 49 pistachios, or about 1 ounce, of unsalted or mildly salted pistachios every day. The 3 grams of fiber per ounce are also highly beneficial for managing blood sugar levels, especially for the 25% of Americans over 65 living with diabetes or prediabetes. First, the thyroid solution, Brazil nuts. We've awarded Brazil nuts the top honor because they uniquely support thyroid function, a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of healthy aging. These incredible nuts are the best-known food source of selenium, packing a staggering 96 micrograms, or 137% of your daily requirement, into a single nut. This is vital, as up to 20% of people over 65 suffer from thyroid abnormalities, with many cases going undiagnosed because their symptoms are often mistaken for normal aging. Brazil nuts are an excellent source of selenium, which is essential for activating thyroid hormones, thereby supporting energy production, metabolism, and mood regulation. Point 10. The specific fatty acids in Brazil nuts not only benefit the thyroid but also maintain myelin, the protective covering around nerve cells that often deteriorates with age. This myelin upkeep can help seniors maintain their reflexes, reaction times, and cognitive processing speeds. Compared to synthetic selenium tablets, the selenium in Brazil nuts is more readily available and easier for your body to absorb due to its organic bond. Brazil nuts boast a rich, creamy texture that makes even a small amount enjoyable, and they are so potent that you only need a handful to experience their benefits. In fact, due to the harmful effects of too much selenium, I recommend that elders eat no more than 1 or 2 Brazil nuts every day. When shopping, look for Brazil nuts still in their shells. This natural packaging helps retain their nutrients for longer. Because of their high fat content, they should be stored in the refrigerator to prevent spoiling. Brazil nuts offer an additional perk for elderly individuals experiencing constipation, thanks to their fiber and natural oils, which help maintain digestive regularity. Their naturally sweet and buttery flavor makes them an excellent alternative to less nutritious treats, providing comfort to many older people. According to the most startling new research, certain antioxidants in Brazil nuts may even slow the shortening of telomeres, the caps on chromosomes that typically shorten with age, thus influencing cellular aging. These nuts are truly ideal if you are 65 years of age or older. Now, for the nuts some seniors should avoid or consume sparingly. Inflammatory trigger number 4. Peanuts. Despite their widespread presence, peanuts pose significant risks for many older adults. First, understand that peanuts are not true nuts. They are legumes that grow underground. 11. This makes them highly susceptible to mold and aflatoxins, mycotoxins naturally produced by certain molds that, if consumed repeatedly, can damage the liver and elevate cancer risk. This risk intensifies with age as our body's detoxification systems become less efficient. Even more concerning for the elderly is that peanuts contain proteins that can trigger inflammatory reactions in some individuals, even without a true allergy. 12. For older adults already contending with joint pain, cardiovascular stress, and cognitive decline, this subtle irritation can exacerbate all three. Compared to beneficial anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, most Americans already consume excessive amounts of omega-6 fatty acids, and peanuts' high omega-6 6 content only worsens this imbalance. Point 13. Many doctors fail to inform their elderly patients about the potentially deadly interaction between peanuts and blood thinners like warfarin, due to peanuts containing vitamin K. Commercial peanut butters further compound these issues for aging cardiovascular systems by adding sugars, hydrogenated oils, and even more sodium. For the 63% of American seniors with hypertension, there's already plenty to worry about, even without the extra salt in natural peanut butter, which still has the potential to raise blood pressure. Another problem is that improper storage causes peanuts to go rancid, releasing harmful free radicals. Acrylamide, a substance that may have cognitively damaging effects, is also produced during the routine commercial dry roasting of peanuts. For those already concerned about memory loss, this is particularly troubling. Even if you've been eating peanuts regularly without visible negative effects, switching to one of our recommended nuts for just 3 days a week can help you get the nutrients you need while significantly reducing your exposure to these dangerous compounds. 3. The hidden sugar spike, cashews. Because of their high carbohydrate content and glycemic effect, cashews are particularly dangerous for elderly people. Compared to actual tree nuts, cashews contain significantly more carbohydrates, about 9 grams per ounce, and fewer protective fiber compounds. For the 25% of individuals over 65 with diabetes and 48% with prediabetes, this can lead to an undesirable blood sugar response. Given cashews' seemingly healthy reputation, this is deeply concerning. Many older persons overindulge in cashews without considering the potential impact on their blood sugar levels. Cashews also present a choking hazard due to their smooth, curved shape, which should not be disregarded, especially by those with swallowing difficulties. They are among the most frequently aspirated nuts. Because cashews contain a lot of oxalates, molecules that can bind to calcium in the intestines and reduce calcium absorption, they are not particularly nutritious. This is a significant problem for older adults already at risk for osteoporosis. These same oxalates significantly increase the chance of kidney stones for individuals already at a higher risk of developing them after the age of 60. The processing of cashews has an additional hidden issue: the lengthy processing needed to extract urushiol, a toxic substance also present in poison ivy, causes cashews to lose a significant portion of their nutritional value. Many store-bought versions are overly salted and oil-roasted, adding sodium and unhealthy fats that can exacerbate heartburn and high blood pressure. Enzyme inhibitors found in cashews may make it more difficult to digest proteins, which is particularly troublesome for elderly people who often struggle to digest food and absorb protein on their own. A lot of people are unaware of this. The creamy texture of cashews, which makes them easy to overeat, may be a factor in weight gain during a stage of life when maintaining a healthy weight becomes more difficult. Regularly replace cashews with walnuts or almonds for a healthier snack that offers superior nutritional qualities and presents fewer risks to aging bodies. 2. The calorie bomb, macadamia nuts. Despite their delicious flavor, macadamia nuts are a serious health concern for the elderly due to their exceptionally high calorie density. With almost 200 calories per ounce, they are the most calorie-dense nut on the market. The already challenging task of weight management in the elderly is made even more stressful by the fact that metabolic rates invariably decline with age. 14. They also have an exceptionally high fat content, about 22 grams per ounce, which further reduces the gallbladder's already diminished effectiveness. The 15% of seniors who have asymptomatic gallstones may not notice them ordinarily, but macadamia nuts can trigger painful bouts. Apart from their high calorie content, macadamia nuts have one of the highest amounts of saturated fat, 3 grams per ounce, which can increase LDL cholesterol, a concern for many older adults. They represent a significant risk to the oral health of elderly people with crowns, bridges, or fragile teeth due to their density and hardness. For people over 65, when enamel deteriorates from wear and decreased calcium absorption, this is particularly troublesome. Macadamias are among the priciest nuts in terms of practicality, which may lead seniors who are watching their budget to select less expensive types that are more likely to be rancid or improperly stored, exposing them to more harmful oxidized lipids. Commercially accessible macadamia nuts already have a poor nutritional profile, and their excessive salinization and oil roasting add more sodium and damaged lipids. Their rich, buttery flavor may cause overindulgence, especially in elderly adults who prefer stronger flavors and may have less sophisticated palates. Although research on the advantages of nuts for heart health has mostly disregarded or minimized the effect of high-fat nuts like macadamia, it is concerning that many older individuals eat them in the mistaken belief that they are good for their hearts. If you've been eating macadamia nuts on a daily basis, You might want to think about switching to pistachios, as they have a much greater nutritional profile that is particularly suitable for aging bodies. First, the medication disruptor, pine nuts. For several reasons that are especially severe for the elderly, pine nuts, a known medication disruptor, are among the most problematic nuts for them. It is extremely troubling because they contain compounds that interact with over 60% of the medicines written for elderly patients, as this could potentially reduce the effectiveness of these medications or result in negative side effects. It is well known that many prescription medications can interact with one another, but this is particularly true for blood pressure medications, statins, and certain antidepressants that are administered to patients over 65. A serious warning sign is that the majority of physicians and pharmacists never discuss the possibility of food and medication interactions with their patients. The most concerning is pine nut syndrome, which results in a harsh metallic taste that can linger for weeks after consumption. Given the link between taste changes and decreased appetite and nutritional status, this may seem inconsequential, but for older persons, it can have fatal consequences. Research indicates that up to 42% of people affected experience a significant decrease in body weight. The illness appears to be more prevalent in older adults, which could be related to changes in taste receptors and detoxification pathways that come with age. Polyunsaturated fats, which are abundant in pine nuts, have the ability to oxidize rapidly and produce inflammatory compounds. Seniors who are already coping with inflammatory conditions like arthritis may find this concerning. Because of their small size and slippery texture, aspiration may develop. This is especially concerning for elderly people who have swallowing difficulties or who take mouth-drying medications, which affects over 70% of seniors who take multiple prescription drugs. Protein digestion may be hampered by the enzyme inhibitors in pine nuts, even though the body's capacity to absorb proteins naturally declines with age. Due to their high oil content and use in pesto, which is their most popular culinary use, pine nuts are a calorie-dense food that can exacerbate weight management problems that are typical after the age of 65. The main cause of vision loss in the elderly, age-related macular degeneration, may be accelerated by compounds found in particular types of pine nuts, according to alarming new research. You should avoid these 4 nuts after the age of 65. A person's dietary decisions on which nuts to eat and which to avoid can have a significant impact on their health, vitality, and cognitive function as they age. Last but not least, remember that over time, even small changes applied consistently yield huge results. Now is your moment to speak. Is there proof that dietary modifications, like adding or removing specific nuts, have an impact on your health? Tell me which nut changed your life the most. Before we begin, please let me know where you are coming from today. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Health's top health advice. And I want to know whether you're with me. If you're now watching, if this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0 in the comments box. Share your ideas and anecdotes. We appreciate it.